morning, welcome to Nippon Nostalgic TV. Michael here. Just thought I'd do a quick video on some differences within L Series 4 cylinders, or more specifically L18 engines, which we're working on for Ben's 120Y. First off, we'll go over some cylinder heads here. What we've got is a few different castings. Like, I know there's a couple of different types of open chamber heads, but this is a closed chamber, commonly found on what's known as an A87 casting. This one isn't. That's an A87 casting, this one here. Okay, you'll notice they also call them peanut heads because of the shape of the combustion chamber. For some reason they don't look like a peanut to me, but anyway, that's what they're called. Problem you have here is the shrouding of the valves. Some work can be done there to fix them up. And with the A87 heads, it's what you call a small port head. Inlet ports on these are roughly 31mm diameter, and the exhaust ports are a bit smaller too than other heads. Now what we got here is a V912 casting. I think this was out of the 720. Okay, now let's have a look at this. Also a closed chamber head, exactly the same as a A87 there. We'll have a look, we'll measure up the ports. I think they're about the same size. I can't quite remember. I think there might be some difference. What we do notice on these is number 1 and 2 intake ports have got this little notch down the bottom. I don't know why that is, but it's there. So what did we say this one was? It's around 31, I think. These are 31, but you'll find the exhaust ports are slightly bigger and better shaped. You can see they're just a lot cleaner. We'll give it a measure anyway. Like, the height here is 38, and here we've got 38, I guess 37. Measure it down the bottom. That's 36 wide. Down the bottom here it's like about 33. It's just a bit wider down the bottom on these. Same with the side ports too. You notice how it curves back in towards here. On these ones, they more or less go straight down. Okay, so now I'll show you this other cylinder head. There are differences, different cams that they come with too. This is, Liam gave me this. He told me it was an A87 head, but it's a U67 head. You see it's open chamber. I think this is 200B head. Might be even a Bluebird head, but I think it's off an L20B anyway. And what we've got on this one is a big port, what we call a big port head. Just you can visually just see the difference there between the A87 and that one right away. Okay, so we're around 31 for the intake ports for the A87, the small port head. And for this one, we're 35. I think the exhaust ports are very similar in shape to this other closed chamber head here with the small port head, but they're better than the A87 ports. So there you go. What do? You go for the good combustion chamber design. I'm not sure, this is like come out standard on the 180B Triple S, and it seemed fine to me. It didn't seem to be like really run out of flow. It didn't feel like it did. The real, as I said before, the real improvement here would be working around on the bowl, I guess. Probably open these up and match port them. I'm thinking about having a bit of a play with them for bend cylinder head. I'm probably going to use this casting here, or the A87. Yeah, and I'll be using what's called a B cam. They've all got stamped on the back different letters, A, B and C mainly, and they have different exhaust durations and overlap and such, and the B cam is the pick of the group. Okay, and what we've got here is two different crankshafts, a fully counterweighted one and a regular one. Now I tend to find the fully counterweighted ones are also marked A87 as well. I don't know what, oh, watch that journal there. I don't know what A87 meant back in the day or whatever. It'd be interesting to know, but see, missing counterweight here, 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 and here. So the non-counterweighted crank came out of a 720, and I think that fully counterweighted one came out of a 180B Triple S. It was out of that old engine block there that I still haven't got rid of. But anyway, there's some differences you can look out. All L series engines aren't equal, so it's good to know what head you've got. There's plenty of info online to what to expect from different castings. Some castings come in either closed chamber or open chamber, but A87s are reliably closed chamber, but they're a small port head as well. What you're really looking for is a big port head with closed chamber, which I think almost non-existent in Australia and rare in the States. But okay, there you go.